Students, welcome back to our English class. In today's class, we shall discuss Chapter 8, Fire, Friend and Foe. Please open textbook page 114. It is a kind of informative and scientific related chapter where it talks about fire, the way we use it. It is a friend if we use it judicially. Foe means enemy. Fire is an enemy if we don't use it properly or once it doesn't come into our control. So let's get started. Know what is fire, how do we start a fire, and how do we extinguish or have control over it. The first great invention made by early man. He did not know what fire was, but he must have seen the destructive power of fire, and he must have watched lightning and volcanoes and felt fire was powerful and dangerous, and so was very frightened. So, what is fire? Fire is in fact the result of chemical reaction. The air has oxygen while fuels have carbon and hydrogen. When the two combine, energy is released in the form of heat and light, and this is what we call fire. The next one is there are three things that are needed to make fire. The first one is fuel. Wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol are few examples of fuel. And second one is oxygen. It comes from the air. That is why when a paper, suppose with a very less flame, it is burning and suddenly you blow on that, what happens? It bursts out into a bigger or huge flame. So that is the second, oxygen. Fuel and oxygen do not make fire themselves. They need heat. And so the third one is a lighted match. And this lighted match provides heat. Do you know? Every fuel has a particular temperature at which it burns. And that temperature is called as the flash point or kindling temperature of the fire. So there's a saying, fire is a good servant but a bad master, which means fire is useful if it is kept under control, like if you use it properly. The moment it becomes out of control, it spreads havoc. Now, for example, if there is a forest fire, you can't control it, isn't it? Where thousands of homes and trees are damaged by fire. Forest fires destroys trees and also kills people. Now, in the previous slide, we have checked that there are three things needed to make fire. Now, similarly, there are three things that are needed to put off fire. We can take away the fuel or stop oxygen is first one, and reaching the burn. Suppose something is burning. What you do is you need to remove away the fuel or stop the oxygen from reaching that burning material. Yes, and another one is you can reduce the temperature. Now, how do you reduce the temperature? I already told you there's a flash point, for every, whatever is burning, the fuel. What do? You use water or pour water over it to lower the temperature. So automatically the hot air is reduced or removed. Yes. So these are the three ways where you can put out fire. Some fires cannot be put out with water, like oil fire and fire caused due to electricity. They cannot be done. Like if you put water over oil fire, what happens is the oil floats to the top of water and continues to burn, and as well as it starts spreading. And when it comes to electrical fire, it can't be controlled with water. It can be extinguished only using a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Yes? Now, long ago, how was fire put off was the people used to bring and throw bucketfuls of water on the flame. But now the scenario is entirely different. There are strict laws imposed regarding construction of buildings, and every public place should ensure observing all fire prevention norms. And students, did you observe in our school too, we have a huge fire extinguisher installed with pipes to all the floors? It is mandatory according to the bylaws. Now, there are fire brigades in every town, and there are trained firefighters, and they use their skills like cutting off power supply or pulling down weak walls and spraying water to bring fire under control. They are also trained to provide first aid to the injured people over there. You can see in the picture. And did you know that in olden days or even now, fire is worshipped in many parts of the world? And so, and even in earlier days, this early man, what did he do? He lit fire to keep off animals and settle down in safe places. So, students, it is depending upon us whether we treat fire as a friend or misuse it and make it a dangerous enemy. I hope you understood the lesson. Read the lesson thoroughly for better understanding. Thank you.